Have you ever reached a point where no one could help you? Not your father, not your mother, not your closest friend, not your bank balance, not your degree, not your status, not your connections, not your past achievements. You looked left, no one. You looked right, no one. You looked ahead, a wall. You looked behind, only regret, only memories of better days, only the weight of what you lost. In that moment, when the world shrinks to the size of your tears, when your chest feels heavy and your throat closes up, when you have nowhere to turn and no one to call, there is still someone who sees you. There is still someone who hears you. There is a verse in the Quran, a single verse, but in it lies the entire hope of the brokenhearted. In it lies the promise for every person who has ever felt alone. In it lies the answer for every sleepless night, every silent tear, every prayer you thought went unanswered. Allah asks a question in this verse, a question that needs no answer, a question that is itself the answer, a question that stops you in your tracks and makes you realize how close help really is. أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ. Is he not best who responds to the desperate one when he calls upon him and removes evil? This is not just a verse you recite. This is a lifeline. This is the rope thrown to the one drowning in the deep ocean of life. This is the hand that reaches down when you are falling. This is the light that appears when all darkness has surrounded you. Let us sit with this verse for a moment. Let us truly understand what it means. The word used here is Al-Mudtarr, Al-Mudtarr. This is a deep word. It does not mean someone who simply wants something. It does not mean someone who has a small wish or a casual desire. It means someone who is desperate, someone who is compelled, someone who has no options left, someone whose back is against the wall and whose hands are empty. Al-Mudtarr is the person in the desert, dying of thirst, who finds a well but has no rope. They can see the water, they know the water is there, but they cannot reach it, and without it, they will die. Al-Mudtarr is the patient sitting in the hospital surrounded by machines and beeping sounds, who has tried every medicine, every doctor, every treatment, and nothing has worked. The reports say one thing, the body feels another, and hope is slipping away like sand through fingers. Al-Mudtarr is the mother whose child has not come home. The clock ticks, hours become days, days become nights. Every phone call makes her heart jump. Every knock at the door brings fear and hope together. She has done everything she can. Now all she has left is her prayer. Al-Mudtarr is the father who looks at his children sleeping and feels the weight of not being able to provide. He smiles during the day. He pretends everything is fine. But at night, when everyone sleeps, he lies awake, wondering how he will manage, wondering where the next meal will come from, wondering if he is failing the ones he loves most. Al-Mudtarr is the one who has tried everything and failed at everything, the one who has knocked on every door and every door has closed, the one who has asked every person and every person has said no. And for that person, for that exact person, Allah is waiting. Not just waiting, Allah is listening, Allah is watching, Allah is ready to respond. Here is the truth that we must understand. Desperation is not a one-time feeling. Life does not give you one problem and then stop. Problems come in waves. Grief returns in cycles. Fear visits again and again. Just when you think you have overcome one thing, something else appears. Just when you think the storm has passed, dark clouds gather again. This is the nature of this world. This is the test of life. Allah does not promise us a life without problems. He promises us something better. He promises us that He will be with us through every problem.
He promises us that when we call, He will answer. He promises us that no matter how many times we fall, His hand is there to lift us up. That is why Allah gives you a dua that you can return to again and again, a verse that you can recite after Fajr when the world is quiet and the morning light is soft, a verse that you can recite after Dhuhr in the middle of your busy day when stress is high and patience is low, a verse that you can recite after Asr when the day is ending and you need strength to finish, a verse that you can recite after Maghrib as the sun sets and darkness falls, a verse that you can recite after Isha before you lay your head down and sleep. This verse becomes your shield, it becomes your sword, it becomes your medicine, it becomes your peace. What does this verse promise? Two things, two beautiful, powerful, life-changing things. First, He responds, yujibu. He answers. Not He might answer, not He answers sometimes, not He answers only the deserving. He answers. The moment the call of the desperate one rises from the earth, it does not fall to the ground. It rises. It rises through the seven heavens. It rises past the angels. It rises past the stars and the galaxies. It reaches the throne, and the King of all kings, the Creator of all creation, the one who holds everything in His hands, turns His full attention to you. In that moment, nothing else matters. Not your sins, not your mistakes, not your past, not your failures. Only your call, only your need, only your heart reaching for Him. Second, He removes, wayakshifu. He takes away, He lifts, He erases. He does not just give you patience to bear the evil. He does not just give you strength to carry the weight. He removes the evil itself. The sickness goes, the enemy retreats, the debt is paid, the child returns, the darkness lifts, the weight is gone. Think about that. The same way dawn removes the night, not covering it, not hiding it, but completely replacing it with light. The same way health removes sickness, not just managing it, but restoring strength and vitality. The same way peace removes fear, not just calming it, but making it disappear completely. That is what Allah does. He removes, He replaces, He transforms. Think about the mothers who have cried for their children, the ones who stayed up at night praying while the world slept, the ones who whispered names of their sons and daughters into the darkness, hoping someone was listening. This verse is for them, for every mother who has ever worried, for every mother who has ever waited, for every mother whose heart walks outside her body every day. Think about the fathers who carried weight they could not show, who smiled outside but were breaking inside, who worried about money, about health, about the future, who worked long hours and came home tired but never complained. This verse is for them, for every father who gives without receiving, for every father who sacrifices without recognition. Think about the young man who lost his way, who made mistakes, who took wrong turns, who now looks at his life and wonders if he can ever go back. This verse is for him, for every young person trying to find their path.
Think about the young woman whose heart was broken, who trusted and was betrayed, who loved and was left, who now struggles to trust again. This verse is for her, for every heart that has been wounded. Think about the old one whose body is tired, whose hands shake, whose eyes are weak, who remembers days of strength but now feels fragile. This verse is for them. Think about the sick one whose hope is fading, who has tried everything and nothing works, who watches others live while they struggle to survive. This verse is for them. This verse is for you, wherever you are, whatever you are facing. When you hold on to this verse, when you make it your companion after every prayer, something beautiful happens. Protection comes. The oppressor cannot touch you. The The one who wishes you harm will not find you. Allah veils you from their eyes. He makes you invisible to their evil. This is not a fairy tale. This is not wishful thinking. This is the protection of the one who controls sight itself. The same Allah who made the companions invisible to the enemy at Badr. The same Allah who saved Musa from Fir'aun. The same Allah who protected the Prophet in the cave, saying, "Do not grieve, indeed Allah is with us." He is still the same. He does not change, and He still protects those who call upon Him. And then there is family, parents and children, brothers and sisters, those who have left this world and those who remain. When grief enters a home, it settles in the walls, it sits at the dining table, it sleeps in the empty bed. You cannot escape it by running. You cannot distract yourself enough to forget it. You can only escape it by rising in prayer, rising in dua, rising with this verse on your tongue. Recite it for the one you have lost. Recite it for the relationship that is breaking. Recite it for the child who has strayed. Recite it for the parent who does not understand you. Recite it for the sibling who stopped speaking to you. Recite it for the family that feels broken. And watch what happens. Hearts soften, distance closes, mercy descends, the impossible becomes possible. Because look again at the end of the verse, وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ. He removes the evil. Not just some evil, not just small evil, the evil. Whatever evil you are facing, whatever darkness has surrounded you, whatever weight is crushing your chest, He can remove it. He will remove it. When? In His time. How? In His way. But He will remove it. This is His promise. After a few days of consistency, the results come. This is the law of the universe. The sun does not rise in a moment. The rain does not fall in a second. The seed does not become a tree overnight, but it happens. It always happens. Your dua is the seed. Your consistency is the water. Allah is the one who makes it grow. You may not see the change today. You may not feel it tomorrow, but keep going. Keep standing. Keep calling. Keep raising your hands. Keep whispering His name, because the one who hears the desperate is listening. He is not distracted. He does not sleep. He does not forget. And when the answer comes, and it will come, you will look back and understand. You will understand why you had to wait. You will understand why that door closed. You will understand why that prayer was delayed. You will see that Allah was protecting you from something you could not see. He was preparing you for something you could not imagine. He was saving the best for the right time. And you will fall down in thanks, not just for what you received, but for the journey that brought you to Him, for the nights of crying, for the days of waiting, for the moments of desperation that pushed you closer to your Creator. So tonight, before you sleep, find a quiet place, sit alone, raise your hands, let the tears come if they need to, and call upon Him. Not as someone who wants, but as someone who needs, as Al-Mudtarr, the desperate one, the one with nothing left but faith. And know that the King of the universe is listening. أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ. Is He not best who responds to the desperate one when he calls upon Him and removes evil? Yes, He is. And He is waiting for your call. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until you have fixed everything. Call Him now. Call Him today. Call Him after every prayer. Call Him in your car. Call Him while you cook. Call Him while you walk. Call Him in the silence of your heart. And watch how your life transforms. Because the one who responds to the desperate always responds. Always, without fail, without delay, without hesitation. He is Al-Mujib, the responder.
and He is waiting for you.